We're in the east attic. Pull down ladder is not insulated. Pull down attic does not ladder doesn't have a curb around it to protect insulation from falling out. The insulation we have is rock wool, like mentioned, for the west side. We're going to be mentioned for the west side, I suppose. Those white can lights are over the hall bathroom fur down, and insulation is not supposed to be next to white. It can be next to silver can lights, but it shouldn't be next to white can lights. We got a lot of debris up here. We got a lot of trash. Okay, well, remember when I was talking about the sumping on the roof up in the attic section, or the undersized purlins? We get that. There's some signs of, but these purlin struts, I don't know why they're whittled down like that. They look like almost like they're chewed. It's kind of crazy. And then we come over here, and this purlin where the sumping is all cracked and bent. That's why the roof is sumping, is because that's sumping. And then this purlin strut, it was never positioned properly. In fact, neither one of these is probably why they're breaking. And this purlin strut is bending, so we've got that going on. And some signs of moisture infiltration or penetration. We expect that. The insulation, we expected that to be weak, but it's like 3 inches there. So that's it definitely could have been better. So now we found the reasons for the sumping on the roof. So that all came to pass, and that sumping has caused, come over here, and sumping has caused this ridge beam to drop. So further evaluation is highly recommended. And collar beams, well, this 2 rafters, but they're not supposed to be spaced farther than, that's every rafter. They're not supposed to be spaced farther than every other rafter. And right in there we were missing, there's a collar beam missing between 3 rafters. And that's probably not the biggest sin on the block, but it's not what it's supposed to be. Undersized purlins, no strut stiffeners. So plywood decking overlap. One thing that I have noticed, I can just go with this a little bit, but usually with this type of roof replacement, I usually see a lot more debris. There's some debris, a lot more debris in the insulation. But since the insulation is so poor, it's still recommended. The home inspector still feels like it would be prudent to vacuum all this out and replace it with current standards. That would be the smart thing to do. We've got with this sumping over here, we got a split. It looks like they made that split, but now it's separating. But that's a hip ridge beam that's coming apart right there. We've got a lot going on with this attic. It needs a lot of straightening up. The purlin down there at the end is chipping off. It's split and become disconnected. So it'd be better with repairs.